Hello to all my friends out there. Well, I was busy all day. I like to have never gotten this video done. And one of the things I was doing is shopping for a little holiday stuff. So I've been looking for these lanterns and I found a small one and it even came with a candle. So I hope to get some larger ones because I got this idea from the AI. So these are cute. I've been doing housework for 3 days. I'm checking the... So also, I bought 2 jack-o'-lanterns, and this one's really cute. Really, I bought these for the baby, so she can have fun. So that's festive. And it makes a few different sounds. I'm stuck on coyote. I have those in my... There's a sinister... I think that's the witch. It's supposed to light up green on the bottom. So anyway, I got it pretty cheap. So hey, that's good. The baby can have fun and I'll use them until I get ready to give them to her. Okay, this video is prepare for a food shortage now and how to do simple canning to make sure you're going to have enough food, to make sure the food in your freezer is not lost. So it looks like this is only the beginning of the storms, and it's possible we could get some grid down. So just to err on the side of caution, I have been canning some more today. And what I got another brisket. So this one was about the same size as the other one. Let's see. This is a beef and this is a beef. And I had these yesterday and these are really good. I forgot to tell you to put 1 teaspoon of salt, 1/2 teaspoon of salt in a pint before you water bath can. And if you use quarts, it's 1 teaspoon. So I had another, and I just go to Ralph's. It was $16.08, marked down $9. And then I got chicken wings, marked down, one was $7.43 for $4.02. And this one was $6.53 for $3.50. So, okay, the chicken, these are the chicken. Tonight I'm making chicken. I had to like smash the chicken in jars. And then I had an extra chicken leg, so I stuffed a chicken leg in one of the briskets. I was researching the carnivore diet, and one of the doctors suggested brisket, and prior to that I wasn't much of a brisket eater, but this is really good for canning. But okay, when you buy a pound of meat, when the meat cooks down, it's not 16 ounces, it's 12. So for 1 pound, that would be about 3 servings technically, unless you make it into some kind of, so here's the canned chicken wings, and this is more than enough left. I got a good seal on that one. This is more than enough for 2 servings. I had 3 meals out of the brisket that I made with noodles. No, it was rigatoni because I couldn't find my noodles. So I'm just going to, you know, I think I've come to the conclusion, you know, people could be overeating because they're removing the fat out of everything. So these chicken wings have the bones in them. So I wanted to mention that I buy the jars at Dollar Tree for $1.25. So I just want to heat this chicken up a little bit, and then I'll make some mashed potatoes. So I have 1 cup water, and I want to add 1 tablespoon. I'm going to make mashed potatoes. 1 tablespoon of coffee creamer, because last month so here's 1 tablespoon. I stocked up a lot of coffee creamer, and I want to use it. So okay, and I'll put a tablespoon of butter. And so I will be stockpiling more instant mashed potatoes. So, okay, so if your 1 pound of pints is 3 meals, 2 or 3, I would have between 8 and 12 meals. So then if it's going to make more meals if you serve them with macaroni, potatoes, rice, and then in my family we always had bread and butter. So I want to heat this butter, and did I put a whole tablespoon? I like a tablespoon. Also it needs a little salt. So I don't need salt in my chicken wings because I have, these rings are too annoying. Okay, I'm just going to put about a little bit, half a teaspoon. So I'm going to heat so the only thing that's in here is salt. So I'm going to heat these just like I did my brisket. So, okay, so the point is, for a month, you need for 1 person about 10 pints. So each pint is about 1 pound. And if you don't have quite enough meat, you can pack the jars with onions. So that's one thing we want to make sure we have is onions. And then go through your meat in your freezer and start canning it. Get your jars at Dollar Tree. And so I started with 6, but I broke 1, of course, being accident prone. And so then as you eat 2, just go ahead and can 2 more because it's so easy. So I have brisket and chicken wings. So last night I forgot to put the salt in, so I put the rest of that brisket in my freezer. So that was kind of self-defeating. I'm also going to be canning vegetables, fresh fruit and vegetables, very easy to do. And tonight I'm going to make some asparagus. Uh-oh, I should have opened this before. Oh, there we go. Okay, so the way I like to make it, and so I want to use my coffee creamer. So you might be thinking you're going to get high cholesterol. I want to teach you this, guys' stuff for in the event of food shortage, you and your kids are not going without milk that you need to survive. One of the most dangerous times so by adding a tablespoon, see, I have plenty of milk in here. Adding 1 tablespoon or a little bit more if you think you need it. My chicken wings smell really good. Okay, I want to drain my asparagus. So one of the followers told me the best asparagus is Green Giant. The birds got creeped out by the pumpkin. Okay, so then I'll put a little butter. So I have a little bit of dairy. Okay, so I was watching the Amish canning. So you're probably thinking, this is not going to taste good. Okay, this is the way we make it. This way you have a little dairy. Here it is. It looks not good, but it will be in a minute or two. Okay, so my milk is boiling. So, and then you have the jar, which you want to save. So now I'm getting my potatoes and I'm adding, now that it's boiling, I'm adding a 1/3 cup. Okay, so, 10 pints of meat, or quarts if you have a family. And then, you know, you get your sides. Don't rely, oops, this is not the potato. Don't rely, you know, I went to the food bank and they said, sorry, we don't have any food. What do you think is going to happen if we get a food shortage proper? They're going to decide who they think needs the food. And so I guess we know that isn't me. Okay, my potatoes are looking good. I probably have less money than anyone there, you guys. I just don't spend my money. It may look like I do, but it's very little money. Okay, my chicken wings look good. Look. So there's some good chicken broth in there, and it's going to taste really good with my potatoes. Okay, so now I'm watching the Amish videos, and they were saying they eat applesauce at every meal, and I thought, you know, that is not a bad idea. So today I had the 3 apples, so I peeled the apples, I put them in the pan, I covered them with water, and these weren't the sweetest apples, but the applesauce turned out really good. And I cooked them until they really were broken down, and then I ground them in the blender, and I made applesauce. And I could can these, I could and I will. And I thought, you know, like in the TV dinners, they give you, let's see what's happening with my asparagus. Okay, it's looking good. This is the old Mormon way, you guys. All right, take a look at this. So the takeaway here is we're stockpiling the coffee creamer, the big ones. Why should I open an entire quart of milk just for, you know, try to make a few instant potatoes? So then I'm going to put my mashed potatoes in my chicken wings. So I already have butter in these chicken wings. So, you know, just start getting used to this right now, and don't be resistant to doing what you need to do, so that in the coming months, you're going to be one of the people that's prepared. One time I took this class, and the teacher said to us, why do you go to college? And we're all going, I don't know. He goes, to plan and prepare for the future. So here's my applesauce, and I thought, just eat a little bit at night with your meal. And then I took this out because I could have had, these vegetables are good. Okay, so now back to the food source. So you're gonna have 10 pints of canned meat, any kind. I'm gonna be canning, I could have gotten 2 pounds of lamb today, marked down really cheap, but I thought you're cooking the food you have. But as I use the jars up, they're easy enough to do. I'm going to tell you how to do it in a minute. So you have your asparagus, you have some dairy, you have some butter. You could have had, okay, so these are 3 servings, just like these are 3 servings. So you need 10 of these for a month, and 10 of these for a month, and 10 fruits. If you eat, it wouldn't be as much fruit. Well, it depends how much fruit you want to eat. And this is the second time I canned these. They're holding up pretty good. I was at the thrift store, and guess what? There isn't, why should I buy used, used canning jars that look like they've seen better days and been in somebody's garage 20 years, rather than just buying the new ones with the lids, unless you find them in good shape. So, okay, I made yogurt, and so I needed my jars. So you may remember the yogurt yesterday. I could have eaten the apples fresh on my homemade yogurt. I put it in here so I could use the jars. Here it is. So I use shelf-stable milk for that. I don't know about coffee creamer. I don't know about that. This smells really good too. These were pre-seasoned chicken wings, so you can you don't have to season them in that case. And then I have some tea. A bad thing happened to Audrey's teapot. You know, you use them all the time. And I could put coffee creamer in here. I think this is, you know, to get a little good dairy. This is a Walmart. So you want to have that in your stockpile. So you're always going to have a little dairy, no matter what. Okay, now, okay, so 3 pints for 1 person, or 3 quarts for a family, any kind of meat. 1 pint is 1 pound. So I'll be cooking all the meat up in my freezer so I don't lose it. Applesauce at every dinner, and they were saying in the video that the people put all the food on top of each other. So you would have your chicken wings, your potatoes, on top would go your asparagus, on top would go your applesauce. And then you made the yogurt yesterday, and just buy a couple extra canning jars. This is a good thing about Dollar Tree. You can just buy 1 or 2. Or if you get a good deal on meat, a couple pounds will get you going. It's time consuming in that it's got to boil, but it's the easiest thing in the world to make. And once you make it a few times, you're going to easily make it. So you're going to have 10 pounds of these 10 pints, 10 cans of fruit or vegetables, because each of these is 3 servings. You're going to have milk or yogurt or cottage cheese. So if you have shelf-stable milk, you just boil your milk on low until it bubbles and it doesn't boil. And then add, for like 4 cups, add maybe about a 1/4 cup or 2 tablespoons of vinegar. And then just turn the heat off, and it'll form into curds and wheys, and keep your whey. And I'm going to be making bread. And then I can buy vegetables and fruit. I bought onions today that I used in my canning. I had bought the fruit last week, so when they have good fruit marked down, buy it and then just force yourself to can it. And then I took one of these packages of cookies out. So I'm thinking one per week, just to make sure you have cookies with your tea. Life is not made to be made miserable. Okay, so take a look at this, you guys. This smells so good. It may not look really good, but it smells really good. And you're getting some good fat in your diet. And then I take multivitamins. So I posted, the video is here. I posted that on X. So take a screenshot. So you just wash your jars good, and then you just pack your meat into the jars. And you put a half a teaspoon of salt, or if it's a quart, a whole teaspoon. And then wipe your lids with vinegar. You don't have to, you can just wipe them clean. Then put the seal on and just tighten them to be finger tight. Some people don't leave the rims on, but I just leave my rims on. You don't have to though. And then what you do is your cold jars go into cold water. You heat, you just use any old saucepan. You bring it to a roaring boil, and then you cover it and boil it for 3 hours. And then if it boils down, I just kept a pan of really hot water, and I checked it about once an hour. Let's see, I think that's about it. So on my X, or if you can't get there, it's water bath meat, and this can be any kind of meat. It can be hamburger. She cooks her hamburger a little. I'll be doing hamburger. 10 pints per month. And the channel is Make It Make. So, and then I usually buy, I have the big ones, but I bought a couple of these. I use that to make cottage cheese. And then I will just give you the yogurt recipe. I'm not going to go over this time and again, but I do want to give you the recipe. So say to yourself, okay, it's going to be a bit of a hassle right now, but it's going to be so much better than losing all of my meat. And then you can find sometimes the produce stores around here wind up to be the best place to buy the meat. I go to Grocery Outlet, Ralph's, and Walmart a lot. But my friend used to own a restaurant, and she would go to the Mexican and then reheat your pan when you're making the yogurt. She used to go to the Mexican grocery stores. So I think it's pretty naive to think that everything is going to be okay. If some people are going to be okay if you've saved money since the COVID, that's going to help. But if you haven't, you can start right now. You can say, okay, I'm going to find my meat marked down. I'm going to get everything half price. I'm going to get everything half price, or I'm not going to buy it. And then I am going to stick to basic food, like just talking about dinner is meat, carbs, and vegetables with some fruit, and make some bread and make some cookies so you can survive and get used. Actually, the truth is, a lot of people would be eating better if they ate this. Kids would like this. The thing about canning your chicken wings is that nothing's going to happen to them. and you're also going to have some good fat in your food, and you're going to stockpile in a way that's going to make sure you have dairy. Okay, you guys, I'll see you tomorrow. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and God bless you all. Bye, you guys. See you tomorrow.